I'm going to give you guys 5 tips to help you out this coming winter. If you like this sort of video, remember to subscribe to the channel. Also, remember to hit the bell icon, that way you're never going to miss any of the content. Also, you can check out the Instagram at The Fishing Bloggers and find us on Facebook, The Fishing Bloggers TV. Let's get into the video. Tip number 5 is pick the right venue, and by that I mean don't go sitting your winter out on a cold windswept pit with a very low stocking of fish. Unless you're a hardened angler or you've really got your eyes set on a particular fish, it's really not going to be the place to be. You want to get yourself on somewhere local, a smaller water with a healthy stock of fish. That way it's going to keep you catching all through the winter, it's going to keep that fire burning, and that way when you go home you're going to be feeling happy that you've managed to get a few fish under your belt and get a fish up for the camera. Tip number 4, make sure you're warm. Now, this sounds stupid, you know, in the winter obviously you need to stay warm, but many people forget to take the fundamentals. Always take yourself a hat like this one, take yourself a pair of gloves, make sure you got some decent clothing, some of which you can layer up, you know, maybe a thermal suit, thermal underlayer, a couple of hoodies. Also make sure you got some decent socks and decent footwear. You do not want to get cold feet in the winter. Cold feet are an absolute killer to the carp angler. You know, a lot of the time you can be sat there quite static. If your feet are cold, you really do start to feel it, and there's not many people that can sit through cold feet. I would definitely say make sure you've got a spare set of kit in your van as well, or your car. Keep a spare set of clothes, you know, you never know what could happen. You could get caught out in a storm, you could slip, get muddy, you could fall in, you never know what could happen. You need to have a spare set of clothes on you at all times, that way if something like that does happen, you've got something to fall back on. Tip number 3, short sessions. I absolutely love short sessions in the winter. I find I can stay much more motivated, I can travel a lot lighter, and that way I can usually find a fish and catch more. I find in the winter, you know, I tend to fish shorter sessions because days are colder, you know, it can be a little bit boring just sat there with nothing happening. So by travelling light and moving around and finding a fish, I find it a lot more active and a lot more interesting way to fish. Some venues, you know, they might suit sitting behind the rods and just waiting out for a bite, but to be honest, that's not really for me. I prefer to get on the water where I can move around, chase them around, and hopefully get myself some extra bites. Tip number 2, use a bait that you're confident in. Now, at this time of year, loads of people start coming up with use this, that and the other, but I really think you just need to stick with a bait that you've got a lot of confidence in. I would probably suggest have faith in one fish meal and have faith in one bird food or nut based bait. That way, come the winter you can switch to the nut or bird food, and in the warmer months you can use the fish meal. Now, most baits on the market nowadays are absolutely brilliant. Personally, fish meal wise, I like to use either the S7 or the SLK from DNA, and also I do like the Nutter S and also the Switch for in the winter. But you know, it's down to you, whatever you've got confidence in, give it a go, and you're more likely to get yourself some more bites. Tip number 1 is don't leave home without the maggots. At this time of year, maggots can be an absolute session saver. I think 9 times out of 10, if a fish comes across a bed of maggots or a hook bait tipped with a little bit of maggot, it's going to find it very hard to resist it. I think the thing with the maggots is it's as close you're going to get to their natural food, and it's very hard for them to resist. Let's face it, they can be absolutely devastating, just as long as the fishery you're on allows it. Some fisheries don't allow them nowadays, but yeah, most of your fisheries do let you use them, even if it's in a limited quantity. But you know, even if they let you tip the baits with maggots, it can really sort of get you an extra bite, it really can. So I would definitely say take yourself some maggots, and definitely going to get you some extra fish. That's my top 5 tips to get you some more bites and to keep you comfortable on the bank this winter. I hope it helped. If you like it, remember to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon so you get up-to-date content, and follow the Instagram at The Fishing Bloggers. And also you could have a look at our fishing page on Facebook, which is The Fishing Bloggers TV. Until next time, thanks for watching, and we will see you again soon. Tight lines.